Go. So this is our August planning, but I want you to really, what I want you to take away from today is like really thinking about like how this can actually implement for the rest of the year. Because August, September, October, November, December, we've got 5 months. When I first started this business, it took me 5 months to get to area, and that is where realearnings.arbonne.com. Got to insert that. But this is really like things can change. And also, if I think about where my business was 5 months ago, it's completely changed. Okay, so wherever you are now, it doesn't matter if you're super new or if you've been here for a little while, like it does not matter. You're going to get your pens out, get some paper out, maybe your notepad out, wherever you take notes. Okay, I just want to say also that I haven't broken down anyone's numbers. Okay, so I want you to get your upline. So it's probably either going to be me or Glenna to do your actual numbers, and we'll get in touch with you. But these are like the main things that if we really just focus on, I've made 7 points. Okay, these 7 points, get your pen and paper out. You can really start to see traction in your business. So the first part, the first number one, what is your initial income goal with this business? Okay. So what's the income goal? Because then I can help you, or Glenna, or whoever your upline is, we can help you break that down into, is that district manager? Is that area manager? Is that region? Is that nation? Okay. Personally, I know that area manager is where you can start to make, like, financially start to make decisions, and like it really does take that, like, it gives you a bit of breathing room. That's actually like enough income where you can have a bit more choice as well. An area is not that far out of reach, even if you're super new. Okay, so basically what happens is, like, when we are doing this here, like the second part I want you to write is put your goals on your fridge so you can look at them daily. And I want you to put them on your fridge because you literally have to open unless you are not eating, which I'm sure you're all using your fridge. I definitely go on my fridge like 20,000 times a day because I've got kids. You have to see them. And, like, one thing I know that has worked well in this business and keeps like keeping people motivated is like when you see things. So like some of you girls, and like I have been doing stickies this last couple of months, like it's really hard to not see these bright fluoro stickies in the background. Samantha, I can see your stickies in the background too. See, like they're like pop, but to be honest, like last month I've actually done stickies. Like I did a sticky for my Thailand trip, but that was like a 5-month like process to pull them off over 5 months. So it doesn't have to be all the way up until 2 months ago. I literally had like a piece of paper and I would cross off my QV on the fridge. That was it. But it doesn't matter how you do it. It's just the fact that it's in front of you, and it keeps you accountable, and also will keep your partner accountable too. So they know that why, like if you're a bit busier for a little bit, they understand why. So that was point number 2. Put your goals on your fridge or somewhere where you can see them daily. Number 3, our trainings Sunday and Monday, honestly, girls who show up on there, guys who show up on there, I've seen it. I see the people who are constantly showing up, they are growing their business. Okay, so the difference between the 2 trainings is Sunday night, we have our Australian, we have our UK, and we have our New Zealand team on there. Okay, this one is really important because you get different perspectives, and you will pick up the different things from like nations and regions and areas and district and consultant levels, and everyone's got value to give, but they've also got like a different spin on things because of the uplines are so different. So you've got like Lisa D, who's got like a lot of the UK girls. Then you've got Samantha Reid, who's our nation as well, but she's got a lot of Australian girls. And then we've obviously got like there's a bit of Kelly's teams in there, who's a nation in New Zealand as well. So there's a bit of a dynamic, diverse thing, and you never know who you're going to relate with really well. You never know who you're going to pick up a lot of things from. And then the Monday night training is really our direct team. So I call it Vibe Nation, but like anyone from me downwards. And there's also like some sideline girls in there as well, like Joanna on here tonight, who is rocking it. And so that one there is like, it's the way I love the both of them is that the Monday nights, yes, we still have skills. We for the rest of the year, we're going to run boot camps to get you guys to area, but we've also got guest speakers coming in, like Trudy Ritchie's lined up for a couple of weeks. And there's a few other people there as well. We've mapped it out for the next few months, thanks to Haley and Glenda's help as well. It's not just me. So we have made it so that like it is structured and that we want you guys to succeed, which is so exciting. But the Monday nights is where you will probably have a bit more of a voice as well. And that's really important, because that is where like you learn to speak. So Jess, for example, she just promoted to district and she spoke on Sunday and she spoke on Monday. You know, like, go Jess, that's exciting. She's officially the 1st of August. You're officially a district, paid as district manager. Like, so exciting. So, but do you know what I mean? Like, it gives you, the more you show up, the more people are seeing your face, the more like your uplines are seeing your face on there. And then when your uplines, like, for example, when we get people speaking, like there's Sammy Reed is always asking me like, which one of your girls can speak for something. Do you know what I mean? Like, so if you are showing up, I know who to put effort into, because that is how you get your way around in Arbonne, is that's how you get your voice out there, because you are showing up all the time and your uplines notice you. Okay. Number 4, this is a must, and if you've done it, do it again. Get Over Your Damn Self by Romy Newstead. Okay, you've either got to read the book or download the audio. The audio is on Audible, and that is a paid app, but I think you can get 1 or 2 months free. So 2 months, M, yeah, thanks, little M. You can get 2 months free. So log in, claim that, and then just somehow cancel that registration, but at least you've got it. Okay, so if you can't get an app, you've got that. Cannot tell you how good that, oh my God, hands up if you listen to it, or put a 1 in the chat if you're not. Jess, yeah, M half. Okay, that one there, like that will be game changer. And then you can write down with the same point as well, as like, just get obsessed with network marketing podcasts. Like, just get obsessed, because you are going to be speaking with belief. Like when you talk to people, you need to be speaking with belief about where you're going with this business, because people love to follow people where they know where they're going. Okay. And I love, Sam, that you put on your car, like, no better way to put it out there that you're like an Arbonne consultant. Like, that is so cool. Do you know what I mean? So like, it's so good. Am I frozen? Everyone's frozen. Ooh, can you see me? Did I just freeze? Okay, we're back. Everyone was frozen. I was like, okay, it's not just me, it's everywhere. It's my computer. Yeah. If you want to add to that, write this down. You can write down Go for Gold on SoundCloud. So Go for Gold on SoundCloud. That's free. If you look it up, it's Donna Johnson who runs it, who's an EMVP. She's been with Arbonne for like 35 years. She gets guest speakers like MVPs, RVPs, AMs. Like, she gets a lot of girls, like a lot of people speaking about their journeys to nation, how maybe they would have dropped out of region, got back, like heartaches have overcome, you know, what they did to really grow their business from like district to nation. There's all these amazing stories. And what I love about it is it's Arbonne. It's completely Arbonne. It's no other network marketing company. So you actually can listen and be like, oh, cool. They're talking about 30 days. Like, I've never heard someone talk about that before. Now I can talk to someone else about that. And then the last one you could write down if you want to add to it is Beach Money. Those are ones that I've personally got a lot out of and a lot of belief from, and in my first 5 months as well. Okay, so that was Get Over Your Damn Self, Go for Gold on SoundCloud, and Beach Money. And then is Beach Money audio? Yeah, it is. Can you let me know if it's not? Because sometimes they change what's able to be downloaded. So just let me know if it's not. But if it's not, no drama. Like, go back to Get Over Your Damn Self. Number 5, let's book out your calendars. Like, after tonight, if you haven't already done it, if you're full-time work, if you've got other stuff going on, and if you're studying, I want you to look at your calendar every week on a Sunday and be like, okay, this is my study time. This is when I go pick up kids. This is when I'm 9 to 5, whatever. Put that in your diary. This is my gym time. And then in between somewhere, you will find time to put Arbonne and actually schedule it in, because then you know when you're going to work it. Because if it's not scheduled in, you won't work it. That's the best advice I can do, is like schedule this business, and like if you treat it like a business, you will put it in. And I always say, if you've probably heard this before, treat it like a doctor's appointment. Like, you don't push out doctor's appointments. You don't push out like a physio appointment or something. Like, I bet you wouldn't push out a nail appointment, because like everyone loves getting their nails done. I have not got my nails done, but do you know what I mean? Like, you wouldn't push it out. So like put it in there and treat it like like a proper appointment. You've definitely all heard this before, but mine are lunchtime naps. I block as soon as those kids are down. I'm like straight in my office, and I just literally work until I hear them crying, and then I'm done. And then I'll jump on 3 nights a week, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, every single night. As soon as the kids are down, maybe like 7:30, 8, I'll jump on my laptop and I'll work till like 10:30, 11. But I choose those times, and I smash out as much as I can on those nights, because I want the other nights with my family. I'm going to talk about that soon. You know, like you can talk, like say if you're struggling like to balance time, there is a chapter in Get Over Your Damn Self about everything you can ever ask and want to know about network marketing and trying to balance it and grow a business is in that book. Like, I cannot write that book enough, but there is something in there where you need to get your partner involved with this. If you're single, sweet, but if you've got someone, or if you've got other commitments, like, you need to tell that person that you are going to be a little bit busier for a little while. Because if you're really keen on building, and you guys are, because you're all showing up here tonight. What is it? 10 on this call tonight. How insane is that? You guys are all ready to level up. Okay. But let that person know, your significant other, like, tomorrow night you will not hear from me, because I know Wednesday night is like my time with Luke, and he knows that. And like, honestly, it actually makes you more refreshed to go again if you have that time with your person or whatever. Okay. So you figure out what works for you. So other ways to fill up your calendar. So for example, I'm going to use this week as an example. We've got the online Discover Arbonne on Thursday night at 8:00. We've got Glenna's doing something like I can't make it, but she's got like a fun sip and sample, or it's just hanging out mocktails and cocktails, whatever, Friday night. You've got a coffee and connect with me. I've just rang Mavis and Co. in the booked, so I'm going to ring someone else tomorrow. And then we've got Monday in Auckland and Tuesday in Tauranga. Like, guys, we've got like so much to invite to, all that stuff there. Anytime there's something like that is an excuse to just leverage off other people's time. Like, if you're busy and there's an online Discover Arbonne on Thursday night, leverage off my time because I'm doing it. And if you're busy, be like, okay, I can invite someone on. Okay. And while I'm on that topic, we have got Auckland and Tauranga coming up. Okay. So I'm going to move to tip number 6, or like point number 6 for the month, is, can you commit? And I'm going to say 30, because 30 Discover Arbonnes a month is typically the road to region. Okay. I'm going to say that again. 30 Discover Arbonnes a month is your road to region. And that is actually telling or doing the presentation with someone, bringing them to Auckland next week, bringing them to Tuesday next week, bringing them to Coffee and Connect on Saturday, whatever. It's not a text to have a look at the business. Like, asking and actually presenting the business are 2 different things. So when you write 30 Discover Arbonnes this month, I've literally put mine in pink. There's actually 28, so I need to make, this was like how many people I did in all July, how many people I got in front of. This is my little thing. I actually put this on the fridge too. This is what I've done for 2 years. I've put it on the fridge. And when anyone comes over, I just take it down, because I don't want people to see like names, because I don't want people to be like, oh my God, they got my name on the fridge. Why have they got my name on the fridge? Like, it freaks people out. So does QV and countdowns. It sometimes freaks people out. But when you got like a countdown or something on your fridge, you're like, oh my gosh, like, I've got to fill those boxes. if you're anything like my head, I hate having empty boxes or empty squares, you know? Yeah. So 30 discover Arbonnes is you actually talking to people over the month. That is your road to region, and anything less, you're just going to probably fall to area or district. Okay. So aim high, you'll fall higher than what you would if you aim low. So under this one here is when you're doing those discover Arbonnes, because a lot of the girls on here right now are quite new. If you're having rejection and you're really unsure about how to talk to them about it, screenshot it and send it to your upline, because sometimes a rejection can actually be overcome. And the best way to talk to them is generally asking for their feedback about why they don't want to listen to it. And they will generally say something like they've had a bad experience with someone else. And that's where you can kind of like, you want to feel in their shoes. You'd be like, okay, I know how you feel because I felt like that too. Something like feel, felt, found. I can't remember if that's in the Get Over Your Damn Self, but I've definitely learned that over the past. Like, I feel the same. Like, I feel like I know how I feel you on that one. I felt the same before I started because I was so scared about changing from my personal training career. But what I found is, and you go from there. So it's feel, felt, found. Like, I feel you on that, you know, if, what, when. Yeah. So feel, felt, found. You can if write that out. Where am I? I've literally written on paper. I'm usually like on like everything online, but today I was like just brainstorming everything. Okay, this is a really important part. The last point, I think it's the last point, is your building blocks. And this is what the number one rule with network marketing is: you want to be able to create a team that can duplicate themselves. Because when you're a nation, because you guys are all going nation, you will not, nations have got like hundreds of girls in their team. Okay. And they're not personally enrolled, but like these girls enrolling girls and whatever, and guys as well. But you are not going to be able to look after everyone eventually, you know? And what we want to teach everyone is that everyone wants to aim for 2,500 CQV, because this is your building blocks. And if you actually break that down, think about when you start as a consultant, if you started brand new now, if you did 2,500 this month, 2,500 in your second month, 2,500 in your third month, you're a district manager, you would have got your Smart Start Success payout. And then, which is like your Glenna's got it, Haley's got it, Jess has probably got it, and Kayla, I'd say you guys are maybe not even completed, you're only 2 months in. Do you know what I mean? But you've got that. Yeah, so that's the whole point of that. But then also, if everyone's doing a little bit, it actually makes really light work. And 2,500 isn't actually a lot. It might sound like a lot when you start, but it actually really isn't when you've got customers, repeat orders, and when you're looking after them. And just remember, we have that Elevate Your Life group, which really helps to look after your customers. So any new customers on the GGG, the Healthy Habits for 30 days, get them in there, because you want to be able to, you can't like, you always want to think big. Like when you're a nation, you've got hundreds of clients. You can't always just be texting everyone all the time, but you can check on them. And if they're in a group where there's posts and there's like help and there's mindset and there's exercise, they are being looked after without you actually realizing as well. Okay. And then once you've hit that district manager, so we've got Glenna running for it at the moment. We've got Jess running for it at the moment. Kayla, I feel like you're going to be promoting as ASAP this month as well. And then only because you're like so close. And the rest of us are going qual this month. Once you hit DM, you're then eligible to get that $3,750 just for hitting brick within your whole business as well. So 2,500, if you can plaster that somewhere as well, that is like the goal for everyone. And if I had to make a personal goal for every single one of you guys this month, it's hitting brick. And like just for right now, like no disrespect to your team, but just forget about your team and focus on you. Because if you are growing your team and you are doing personal activity, your team sees it, and that will flow down to your girls. Okay. And if you're a one-man band, it doesn't matter, because if you're hitting that 2,500, you're attracting your tribe. Okay. Like, hold on, what did I write here? Yeah. There's a rule somewhere that your team is doing half of what you're doing. And then that like, so whatever you're doing, your team's probably doing half. You'll get the odd people doing a little bit more. So you really need to set the bar high. Okay. Like, imagine I said, hey guys, I'm keen to run for a region this month, and I sit back and do fuck all and tell you guys to do everything. Like, how much respect would you have for me? Like, nothing. Do you know what I mean? And so, like, that's exactly the same. Like, I'm one of my biggest values is like, I hate saying something and I don't do it. And like, what's been bugging me in the back of my mind is I've like last couple of weeks saying I could record that DA, and I freaking go record it last week and I didn't even do it right. And it's in my head now. I'm like, oh, I got to do another one. So that bugs me. Like, integrity is one of my biggest things, and you just got to figure out where your values are. But that's one of my values is like, and you can see my CQV of the last like whole entire year. I'm telling you right now, I am doing the work, and your team will see it as well if you're doing the work. Okay, last point. IPAs or DMOs. Okay. IPAs stand for income producing activities. So IPA is income producing activities, or they are called your DMOs, which is your daily method of operation. Whatever you want to call it, just do it. IPAs, DMOs. Okay. This can look like you can change these numbers around, but they consist of how many people are you asking to look at the business? And I want everyone to start with the business, because you can fall back on products. Okay. And people will take you seriously if you're talking about asking about the business too, because they're like, man, she really wants to grow her team. She's very serious about this. The second one is follow-ups. How many people are you going to follow up within a day? Remember, you guys have to choose these numbers. I can't tell you what you can fit into your day. The third point is how many new conversations are you having? Your best people to talk to are ones who are liking your posts, commenting on your posts, following your stories, liking your stories. The people who, if you haven't talked to them yet, are the ones who are like interacting somehow. Okay. New followers are something that can start a new conversation. I always thank people when they start following me. I say something like, hey, thanks for the follow. Love to connect. And then if they reply, they usually just kind of like do it like a little heart or something. I'll be like, and then sometimes I drop into it, just depending on their account as well, because you kind of want to be funny with new followers. But I say, are you here to like, is there something on my page that interests you? Or are you here for more of like support? Because that can like, sometimes when people follow you, they actually are interested in something. But if not, like, at least you can kind of like start a conversation, and they know you're friendly enough to approach if they want to approach you later on. Yeah. Unless the guys who are then try and call you all the time. So the last one is social media. So you got your ask, who are you asking to look at the business, follow-ups, new conversations, social media. Like, you're going to have to pick out what you can do. Social media is like your post. I'm not sure if you know. Oh, the crypto and sugar daddies. Yeah, I know, they're freaky. There's all these people and like, yeah. And they're like, hey, do you want to have $5,000 so I can be your sugar daddy or whatever? And I'm like, no. I show him to Luke all the time. He's like, fuck. Yeah. So social media is something that you have to really like. Basically, what happens with algorithms is that the more you show up, the more people are going to see you showing up. A big one to make you show up all the time is going live. Just go live. Just do it. And also, when you go live, it's like you speaking to an audience. Like, one thing I'm going to try to do every single day, like 5 times a week, is do a Discover Arbonne, like a 5 to 10 minute Discover Arbonne live, whether people are on or not. 1, I'm going to get better at it. 2, there could be like 3 people on there. I'm not going to count them in this list though. But There could be people to follow up and say, hey, I saw you watching my live, and just start making a conversation from there. But it gets you practicing talking, and the more you talk, the confident you get. And just think about, say if there were 10 people on your live and you did Discover Arbonne, like that's 10 people that are hearing you every single day. And don't think you're annoying, and don't think you showing up every day with your GGG is annoying, because you are a blip in everyone else's feed. Okay. So if you feel like you're annoying showing up with GGG, you're not. You're actually fun to watch. People need your help. And going forward, what are we, August? I can tell you right now, between August and November, people are wanting help with their health. I can tell you that. I spent 10 years in the fitness industry, and it's been exactly the same. This is the third year in a row. People are now starting to like really pick up, like new customers that came on the end of last month. I had been having conversations with, like I've had conversations in the past, but they start to come in because they literally, hot girl summer, yes. And people watching your story, yes. Exactly. If you're annoying, you're being noticed. Heck yes. Okay, people, we want to stand out. Okay, we are different, but who wants to be normal? Do you know what I mean? Who wants to be normal? Okay. So that's what I've got here. Oh, sorry, the last part. Let's break down numbers. I haven't broken them down individually for you, but this is what we can look for. Okay. So everyone's goal is hitting brick, no matter what. Forget about your team, hit brick. Okay. I don't care if you got a downline or not, hit brick. I feel like we need to screenshot this at the end of the month about how close we got as well. Okay, an example, if you're aiming for area manager, this is how you want to track your numbers, okay, and write these down. And this is a rule for everything. So if you're running for area manager, that's 10,000 QV, success line QV. Mid-month, you want to be a third of your goal. So mid-month, you want to be 3,333. Okay, 1 week out, you want to be around the halfway mark, maybe just slightly a bit over, but 1 week, and doesn't sound like it should add up. It should be like halfway through the month, you're halfway through your goal. No, it doesn't work like that. Okay. And then the last week, probably even the last 2 to 3 days, is where like that last 5,000 will come in. And you've probably seen that. I saw that with everyone's business in the last couple of days, that we lots come in, because people like, it's with Arbonne, our deal is always in the end of the month. Okay. And surely we're going to have some specials come up this month, because we've had none in June and none in July. And we always have specials. I'm going to break down in district manager as well. Okay, last one I'm going to break down. And this is also hitting brick. So mid-month, so district manager, let's say you want to go qual. It's 2,500. I'm going to do this over a 3-month run, okay? 2,500. Mid-month, you want to be on 833. Okay. 1 week out, you want to be on 1,250. And then that last week, you've got that last 1,250 to go. Okay. And that's if you're doing district over a 3-month period. Obviously, you can do it over a 2-month period as well. So it's really up to you. Okay. So those are some goals. I want you to speak to your direct upline. I will be in contact with the girls with my direct team as well. I've had a conversation with Glenna, because I know she's got quite a few girls on here as well. And you guys are all in good hands. And I just know that if you can implement those steps going forward, not just for this month, but even just going forward, like I'm going to be 1 more minute, just to let you know. So like with me running for region qual, I want it to be more organic. I have definitely not put my foot off the pedal. Like every month we've been growing. We have been growing every single month, and I have no doubt we're going to get there. We've pushed so hard for the last 2 months, and we finished basically the same last month as we did in June, which shows that like, it shows growth. It shows that this whole team has expanded, but like, it's not just that number I'm after. Like I'm after everyone growing, and everyone is, and that's where like the fun is, because there's momentum going, like there's fun, like, you know, there's a vibe, there's like the work is going in, people are doing Discover Arbonnes all the time, like look at the chat going, like go with it. And if you've just joined this last like month or two, oh my gosh, like you've just joined at the best time, because like it's like a plane. Like when there's momentum, like a plane doesn't just like kind of like cruise along and start flying. The plane freaking goes full tit, and then we'll take off. And that is you guys running. Do you know what I mean? Like we are all in this full tit stage. you know what I mean? And then we all start to take off, and this is where it is starting to go. Okay, I'm gonna start talking now. When you go away, literally like plan out the rest of the month, but also like plan out the rest of the year. Know that income goal, and that is like where we can help you break that down. Okay, just talking. My tits aren't full anymore. That's so nice, Jess. My pay at area manager when I'm sitting around 20,000 is being like $3,500 to $4,000 a month. Okay, so when you go to earnings.arbonne.com and they say, oh, 9,000 for the whole entire year, like those averages are fucked. Like they're not. Okay, they're like, I honestly God hate sending people. I hate putting earnings.arbonne.com because I feel like they are not reflective at all. So, and I feel like if you got to like the 10,000 mark, I feel like I was earning like 18,000. Hold on, no. This is my personal, like 1,800, 2,000 a month, maybe around the 10K. And that's like part-time. Do you know what I mean? So that's like part-time a little bit. So it really takes up, and I think this last couple of months, I think last month was 4,500, I think. So, and that's where I'm not even at a regions where like the money then goes up a level again, because you got that next level, the overrides go up, the pay goes up, the QV's higher, it's all that stuff as well. So I just want to say, let's get this team going. Put a 1 in the chat if you're freaking ready to fire up. Got a Q in mine. Go. Where are my ones? Yes, Haley, you got 1,000 ones. Yes. Yes. Bring it on. All right, that is it for tonight. If you need help planning, just message me or message your upline. Well done, guys. Have a good night.